So today we are going to be talking a little bit more about our international project that I talked about I think a couple meetings ago or maybe last meeting, but we've got Arayik, Navoyan, and Jeffrey Cooper from Armenia. They are zooming in to be here today with us, and I'm excited for you to meet both of them. They've been very impressive to me. They've got a lot of passion for Armenia and the people there, and for getting this project to happen to benefit the lives of the people that they're working with. Arayik is a freelance education expert. He's president of the Armenian Center for Education Policy and Management, and he's got a lot of fundraising experience, I know, and he's got a background in education, working at a university. Jeffrey Cooper, and Margaret, thank you. Margaret Cooper, they are from Payson, so they're locals to us, but they are currently serving their mission in Armenia. And so they have become involved with Arayik and are working to get this global grant, and we are partnering with them on that. And so without further ado, I will turn the time over to them to tell us more about it.
Hi everybody, my name is Arayik Navoyan. It's my true pleasure to participate to your club meeting. Dear fellow Rotarians, it's a really pleasure, and I would like first to thank you for accepting to be our sponsor club for our global grant, which is dealing with bringing irrigation water to a village. And I will present very briefly, and my friends Jeffrey and Margaret will also complete. Together we will present this amazing project that we initiated. So let me share the PowerPoint presentation. So this is a project for a village in Armenia. You know, Armenia is located between Azerbaijan, Georgia, Turkey, and Iran. We are very well located in terms of neighbors. And this village is right here, which is 50 or 60 kilometers from border from Azerbaijan. So, and this village, we have 3,000 people. And globally beneficiaries of this project are this full village, in fact. So we already carried out the need assessment, and our friends Jeffrey and Margaret also visited with our global grant committee members to village to see what are the real needs and how we can make something sustainable in order to bring the productivity of this agriculture. So the results show that there is a lack of irrigation water, but there are also some lack of knowledge how to use properly modern chemicals and fertilizers. So having this result of need assessment, we decided to make a project which will basically contribute to increase the productivity of agriculture, because you know productivity of agriculture is conditioned by several factors, and you can imagine when there is not enough water to irrigate, of course the plants and gardens will not make a lot of results. So basically the idea is to install 3 kilometers of pipeline for irrigation water, to install 2 pumps, and also to train the villagers for proper using fertilizer and chemicals. Some numbers of beneficiaries. Globally, 3,000 people will be benefit from this project. 300 hectares of crop, garden, and vegetable crops will be properly irrigated, and 1,700 hectare lands will be proper use of agriculture chemicals, fertilizers. Maybe some ideas or technical characteristics of the project. This is the represent the Rotary Focus Area Community Economic Development. Within the first technical study, we need to install 3 kilometer plastic pipeline with 2 pumps in order to pump the water from this lake. You know, here we have a lake, Lake Sevan, which is a little near to this lake. So this 3 kilometer of pipeline will allow to pump the water to one mountain, and then naturally this will go to irrigate. Maybe some ideas on budget, of course. According to our estimation, is about $200,000 of funding. We are in discussion with USAID funded Health of Federal program, which is allowing to match 120% each DDF money raised. So right now we have from DDF commitments from our district. Some discussions are underway in District 1713, France. So if we, you know how it works, if we raise $1 with Rotary International, it will become $1.8, and with USAID Health of Federal program, this can become, $3 something. Right now we have these commitments for our project funding. Thanks to Jeffrey and Margaret Cooper's efforts, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, they promised $50,000 US dollars. Our club is contributing for $4,000, and Rotary Template, this is a Rotary club from Nice, they promise also $5,000. So right now we have 60,000, monthly $200,000. Maybe some ideas of, these are the implementation stages, and what is very important is sustainability. Finally, our project installation, this pipeline and pumps, will be transferred to the Water Committee and Local Water User Association, which are the public body mandated by the state to manage the water system in Armenia. So you see the official letter of commitment of Water Committee that they will use this pipeline and pumps, and using also the state budget money for utilizing electricity with, this is the translation of these letters, and also some ideas, some project that our clubs organized and implement last years. I'm really privileged to be this year president of our club, and having also Jeffrey and Margaret who are club members. And now it's my pleasure to give the floor to Jeffrey, if you like, please complete with Margaret some.
Okay, thank you very much, Eric, and thank you to the Spanish Fork Rotary Club for your generous help and support in putting together and sponsoring. My wife, Margaret, is here with me. I don't know, can you see us? I guess no, not yet. But we live in Payson, and I'm a business owner. We along with all the Oldham brothers own Liberty Press, Oldham Associates in Springville. So we are very involved in very grateful to be associated with your Rotary Club. Let me begin by saying I think I have a particular passion for this water irrigation project because my mother and father were born in 1904, and they lived in San Quentin and Genola, Utah. And in 1914, the government Payson, Santaquin, Genoa region. And my parents actually were married and lived in the valley in 1921 and benefited from this, moved to Genoa from Santaquin and benefited from this water being provided to all these valleys, all the southern Utah Valley. And it changed the trajectory of our community and our rural areas. In fact, to this very day, I have a farm in West Mountain and benefit from the water users, strawberry water users in the Highline Canal. And so I see the benefit of this project. There's a very special need for this water project in this rural area. Currently, 50% of the men in this village go to Russia to work. They go to Russia to work because they can earn $200 a month, $300, maybe $500 a month, and send it back to their home in Armenia. And if they don't go to Russia, there's no factories, there's no industry. The only way to survive is just grow fruits, vegetables, gardens, to survive, just to stay alive. And so this project will allow these men to stay home, to cultivate their land, and instead of having no water or very little water, and currently after about June 1st, they have to irrigate with culinary water. And then there's not enough water to provide water for their houses. And so this would be a game changer to bring in this 8-inch water pipe to the village, to the top of the hill, and then it would gravity feed to all the villagers. And we would, all the ditches already exist, and they are in the process of creating a water users board, a water association, and a user, like the Highline Canal, Strawberry water users, so that every time people would take the water, they would pay a fee to sustain the project ongoing, to maintain the ditches. Anything you want to add to that? It is a project that will enable them to provide enough to sustain their family and to provide them an income, we think, between $2,000 and $4,000, maybe $5,000 a year in income from the sale of their produce. But these people are not going to be wealthy. They will finally be able to function in their own country without having to go to Russia and produce maybe an income of $200 or $300 a month, which currently, unless they go to Russia, their income is practically zero because there's no industry there. So when we go to the village, these people look at us as if we are angels. They look at us like, God bless you. We're so grateful for your help. And it is very, very important and will be a life-changing event that these people will be able to have enough water to produce and provide an income for their families.
And it can also change generations, because if the father can come home and live and raise their family, then there's a higher chance that the children will also stay home, learn that skill set, and not leave. And they have a way of making a living and providing for their families as they grow up as well.
Are there any questions that you may have about this project?
I have one from you.
I'm not sure if But,
Can you hear us?
yes,
You can now.
yes.
Do you have access through the humanitarian arm to access the Wheatley Institute at BYU for the farming expertise?
I have never done that. I'm not familiar with it actually, but I imagine I could.
Yes, if we got that information, we'd love to.
I think that may be a good way to go if we could contact the Wheatley Institute, because they've done all the work on sustainable farming in arid areas, and using their expertise with this grant, I think would be great if we could arrange that.
Yeah, that would be a wonderful resource. We would love to have access to that information and how to communicate with them.
That'd be great.
Part of Arayik's, Arayik is a doctor, Arayik Navoyan, the president of Rotary, is a PhD, and I think, and I do tell him, isn't one of your degrees in agricultural development?
Yeah, in fact, my first education is agronomist. I studied agronomist first, and then shift to the education management, And this, what you suggested, is very good point to explore further. Please, if there are some contacts we will be very, very happy to explore further. Any other question, please?
Arayik, could you talk to them about the value of coming up with I think, we want to maximize the amount of money we can get from the clubs. And if the club gives a certain amount of dollars, then we will, automatically
$1 becomes $3.
$1 becomes $3. What would be the ideal goal for a club to come up with if they had the potential of reaching it?
Yeah, sure. How it works, the global grants. When the clubs are providing $1, usually this $1 is matched 80% by Rotary International Foundation, right? So for our particular case, as there is this Health of Fellow program funded by USAID, this allow, there is an agreement with Rotary International USAID to fund to add 120% to each Rotary money raised, PDF raised. We do that here. We have already $500 PDF, district dedicated funds, and with Rotary International and USAID, this 500 is becoming 1,500. So basically, to fund our project, which is, I will show you the budget. To reach $200,000, we need, let's say, 50,000 DDF, which became 3 times 150,000. And with this generous contribution of the Church of the Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, we will be reaching this needed amount. And this is the system of, which, and I think this is a good opportunity that USAID is funding this Health of Fellow program in our region. And this could be very, very good opportunity to match 120% each DDF dollar collected.
Could you tell us about some of the other sources of funding that you're looking at getting also to get up to that $200,000? It's not just our club.
I really didn't hear the question.
Can you ask her?
They were asking, can you tell us more about the other sources of funds besides just our club? and the church?
Yeah, excellent. Thank you for this question. Right now we are awaiting the responses from, confirmation from French clubs, from Nice. We are waiting also some contribution from Portuguese club. And there is also one Rotarian from USAID. We are in contact. He promises also to make some private contribution. And of course we are looking at the other clubs also, especially for DDF contribution, because and this DDF, how it works, right? If during 3 years DDFs are not used, they are returned to the Rotary International Foundation. And depending on different district, the attribution of DDF money, of course, there is a different rules. But we are really looking the other clubs also to bring some DDFs. And coming back, we are really very, very thankful that you accepted to be our sponsor club. And even with the very symbolic participation, it's already very contributed to our project.
Yes, and I think your club does not need to fear that they're responsible for raising all the money. That is.
No, even if you raised another 4,500 would be amazing.
Or 2 or 3 or 4,000. So yeah, we are also working with the Orem Rotary Club and with some other friends that we have. But as you know, in doing this type of a project, where it's only been since the first of the year where we've really accessed the funds, it is sometimes the commitments come quickly, and sometimes they take a little bit of time. But there is definitely interest. There's a high level of care and concern by many people that we talk to. And so we know the money will be there. We don't want you to feel like the burden is just upon your club at all. It's simply not. But if everyone can contribute some, or fundraisers, great. If they would, this is an area of the country and the world that these people are living. They don't have income. They don't have money unless they go to Russia. It's hard for us to comprehend. $100 a month, $50 a month, $200 a month is what their income is if they go to Russia. And so our meager contribution, if each one of us gave $100, $150, would be a huge blessing to the furthering development of this project and helping for this project to come to fruition and help the people to stay home in their own land, and they can produce their own income off their own property and their own farm.
When do you plan on starting the project? What is your start date?
Eric, you want to address that?
Some details of the budget, right?
Well, the question was, when do we anticipate starting the project?
So, as soon as we receive, normally we are planning to collect all promises end of February or mid of March. And then, after the collection of the promises, there is a procedure with Rotary International. We have to collect the money from the cash. For example, here, when the clubs are promising money, we have to collect the physical money. And then Rotary International or USAID Federal Program will make the contribution. So hopefully by the end of April, at latest, we will have this is our ambition, just to. Unfortunately, we will not be able to bring water for this irrigation system, but the next one will be already there,
Do you already have someone set up to do the development of training materials and the training of trainers?
If I understood well, regarding, we have made the first study on technical characteristics and new things, and we have also the initial training program by two university professors, and here within this budget we are foreseen also to invite one trainer from USA. That's why we have this amount. And in communication also we have some money to invite our Rotarian friends to Armenia. So of course I send it to you the details of the budget, which are calculated really in the minimum level. So the most important budget is this one, budget line, because it's really costly and we have to guarantee these characteristics of the plastic pipeline, which is, have to have some technical characteristic to be, to resist all these pressures, because, 180 kilowatt power is kind of powerful pumps.
And Arayik, all of the you have the equipment with the villagers. Aren't they going to be doing most of the construction and the
Laying of the pipe.
laying of the pipes and the excavation?
Yeah, sure. We have already an agreement signed with the measure of village, and they engaged to contribute maximum, of to the project implementation, and we have also some commitment from local school, from school director, secondary school director, and the people who will train. They start training of trainers, and then these teachers will be trained, and this teacher will multiply, the training locally. This also, we have this, idea to make training of trainers.
We already have all the permission to produce.
No, and of course we discussed all these details with local authorities, the State Water Committee. We received these official letters, commitment from their side. So just to ensure the sustainability of the project and use of these installations.
Let me make just a brief statement, if I could, Eric, to the Rotary Club members. The church, initially, 30 years ago, John Huntsman Sr. and Ronald Raspan came to Armenia after a horrible earthquake in 1988. Armenia, especially after the breakup of the Soviet Union. It was very financially devastating to Armenia because all of the industry that was there shut down completely because all the financial backing was provided by Russia. And now there's literally thousands of factories empty. And so they're rebuilding their country. And it is growing, and it is moving forward. But this would be a huge blessing to one village, and we've impacted many villages over the years. We just happen to be blessed to be here at this time, to be involved in this project that is so vitally important for improving the economic production of agriculture in this city.
Yes, and if I can say that not only we are bringing water, but also we are trying to bring hope, because like we are also Rotary, right? We are bringing hope to people in this village, 2,000 meters of altitude, you know. And when the people coming, Jeffrey and Margaret, thousands of kilometers from USA, and they are trying to help them, this is kind of bringing hope that things can be improved, and you know, and this is a really very, very important action, and you know, so that's why me as this year president, I'm really excited to, and I will really thanks to our friends Jeffrey and Cooper that they did in Armenia, and also your clubs for your kindness to accept to be our sponsor club, and together try to document this global grant. Any other question you may have?
No, he was waiting.
I don't think so. It sounds like we've got all the information we need. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's nice to see you. I know I have on you up here. I wish we could see you better, but we know you're there. And we love and appreciate all of you.
Just tell them we'll stay in touch.
So,
Okay, I'll be in touch with you guys. I don't know, he can't hear me. Erin said she'll be in touch with you.
Okay.
yeah,
Thank you.
thank you very much, and have a good day.
Take care.
Thank
Right.
you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jeffrey and Margaret.
Yes, you.